The journey of a Mars bar ice cream begins long before it reaches the freezer aisle, starting with a monumental scale of production that sees millions of units distributed across the globe every single year. Imagine a production line so efficient that it can churn out enough frozen treats to wrap around the Earth multiple times, using hundreds of thousands of liters of fresh dairy and metric tons of rich cocoa. This is not just a snack. It is an engineering marvel of thermodynamics and confectionery science. How does a brand known for a chewy, room-temperature chocolate bar transform its signature identity into a sub-zero delicacy that maintains the perfect texture even when frozen? To understand this, we must go inside the high-tech facilities, where extreme cold meets molten caramel, revealing the industrial secrets behind one of the world's most recognizable frozen desserts. The legacy of this iconic treat traces back to the early 20th century, when the Mars family first revolutionized the confectionery world. While the original chocolate bar was born in the United Kingdom during the 1930s, the transition into the frozen category represented a bold leap in food technology. This evolution was driven by the desire to capture the specific flavor profile of malted nougat and buttery caramel in a format that could withstand the challenges of the ice cream industry. Scientists spent years researching how to prevent caramel from becoming rock hard at -18 degrees Celsius, eventually discovering that by altering the molecular structure of sugar and fats, they could maintain a silky flow even in a deep freeze. This historical breakthrough bridged the gap between traditional candy making and modern industrial refrigeration, allowing the brand to scale globally and dominate the impulse purchase market in dozens of countries. To create this product at such a massive scale, the sourcing of raw materials is a global logistical undertaking. Every year, the production requires millions of kilograms of high-quality cocoa beans, primarily sourced from West African nations like Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana, where the tropical climate provides the ideal environment for cacao trees to thrive. Simultaneously, vast quantities of fresh milk are collected from dairy cooperatives in Europe and North America, totaling hundreds of millions of liters annually to ensure a creamy base. Sugar beet and sugar cane are processed by the ton to provide sweetness, while specialized vegetable fats are refined to ensure the chocolate coating has that signature snap. These ingredients are transported via massive tanker trucks and shipping containers, arriving at processing hubs in a synchronized dance of supply chain management that operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The factory process begins with the arrival of these raw materials at massive stainless steel silos, some standing over 4 stories high. In the mixing department, high-speed blenders combine the milk, cream, and sugar into a base mix that is pasteurized at high temperatures to ensure safety and longevity. This liquid mixture then undergoes homogenization, a process where it is forced through tiny valves at pressures exceeding 2,000 pounds per square inch to break down fat globules, resulting in a smooth, velvety texture. Once cooled, the mix is aged in refrigerated tanks for several hours, allowing the proteins and emulsifiers to stabilize. This patience is key. Without the aging process, the ice cream would lack the structural integrity needed to hold the heavy ribbons of caramel and the thick chocolate shell that consumers expect. At the heart of the facility lies the continuous freezer, a machine that transforms the liquid mix into a soft serve consistency by rapidly whipping in air, a process known in the industry as overrun. By carefully controlling the amount of air, the manufacturer ensures the ice cream is dense enough to feel premium, but light enough to melt pleasingly on the tongue. As the frozen base exits the barrels, a specialized injection system swirls in the malt-flavored nougat essence. Meanwhile, in a separate wing of the factory, huge copper kettles cook the caramel. This is a delicate operation involving the heating of glucose and condensed milk to exactly 120 degrees Celsius, creating a rich, golden sauce that remains viscous even when subjected to the flash-freezing tunnels that lie ahead. The forming and shaping stage is where the product truly takes its familiar rectangular form. The semi-solid ice cream is extruded through a nozzle onto a chilled conveyor belt, creating a continuous ribbon of frozen dairy. High-precision sensors monitor the width and height, ensuring that every millimeter matches the strict brand standards. As the ribbon moves along the line, a secondary applicator deposits a thick, consistent layer of the specially formulated caramel along the top. This two-part strip is then blasted with liquid nitrogen or ultra-cold air at temperatures reaching -40 degrees Celsius. This rapid hardening, known as hardening, is essential to lock the caramel in place before the long ribbon is sliced into individual bars by a series of high-speed ultrasonic knives that vibrate thousands of times per second to ensure a clean, jagged-free cut. Once the bars are shaped and frozen solid, they enter the enrobing station, which is perhaps the most visually stunning part of the entire process. The naked ice cream bars travel through a literal waterfall of molten milk chocolate. This chocolate is kept at a precise temperature to ensure it coats the frozen center thoroughly without melting the ice cream underneath. To achieve the signature rippled look on top, a gentle puff of filtered air blows over the bars just as they exit the chocolate curtain, creating the waves and peaks that have become a trademark of the brand. The bars then pass through a final cooling tunnel to set the chocolate, ensuring that it develops a crisp, glossy finish that will not bloom or discolor during its long journey to the consumer's home. Quality control is an uncompromising phase of production where every single batch is subjected to rigorous testing. Automated vision systems use high-resolution cameras to inspect every bar for structural defects, such as exposed ice cream or uneven caramel distribution. Any product that does not meet the exact dimensions, down to the 1/10 of a millimeter, is automatically diverted from the line. Beyond visual checks, laboratory technicians conduct melt rate tests, placing samples in controlled environments to observe how they hold their shape over time. They also perform crunch tests to measure the force required to break the chocolate shell, ensuring that the sensory experience remains identical whether you are eating a bar in London, Sydney, or New York. This dedication to consistency is what maintains the brand's reputation in a highly competitive global market. While the focus is on the chocolate-covered bar, it is interesting to note how this process differs from other frozen novelties, such as fruit-based water ices or cone-based products. Unlike a simple juice bar that is poured into a mold and frozen, the multi-layered ice cream bar requires a complex interplay of fat and sugar chemistry to prevent the different components from migrating into one another. The engineering required to keep the moisture of the ice cream from making the caramel grainy or the chocolate soft is a feat that many smaller competitors struggle to replicate. This technical superiority is why the brand remains a leader in the global frozen snack industry, which is valued at tens of billions of dollars annually, with millions of households purchasing these treats as a staple of their grocery lists. Packaging and shipping represent the final logistical hurdle in the journey. Each bar is whisked away by robotic arms and wrapped in a high-barrier polymer film that protects it from light and oxygen, which could otherwise spoil the delicate fats in the chocolate. These individual units are then grouped into boxes by automated pick-and-place robots that can handle hundreds of bars per minute. The boxes are stacked onto pallets and moved into massive deep-freeze warehouses where the temperature never rises above -25 degrees Celsius. From here, a fleet of refrigerated trucks, often referred to as reefers, transports the product to distribution centers. These trucks are monitored via satellite to ensure the cold chain is never broken, as even a slight rise in temperature could cause the ice cream to recrystallize, ruining the smooth texture that the factory worked so hard to achieve. $40 billion. The ice cream division alone supports thousands of jobs in agriculture, manufacturing, and logistics. Because the brand is so heavily protected by trademarks and patents, covering everything from the specific shade of gold on the wrapper to the chemical composition of the caramel. It represents a massive intellectual property asset. This industrial might allows the company to invest in sustainable farming practices and energy-efficient factory upgrades, ensuring that the production of these treats can continue for generations to come. From the sun-drenched cocoa plantations of Africa to the high-tech, sub-zero assembly lines of the modern factory, the creation of a Mars bar ice cream is a testament to human ingenuity. It is a process that blends the culinary arts with heavy industrial engineering, requiring a symphony of machinery and science to produce a consistent result every time. The next time you peel back the wrapper and bite through that crisp chocolate shell into the soft nougat and flowing caramel, you are experiencing the culmination of a global effort involving thousands of people and some of the most advanced food technology on the planet. Which part of this complex journey surprised you the most? Does knowing the immense scale and precision behind the process change how you enjoy your favorite frozen snack? Let us know in the comments below, and do not forget to like and subscribe to see more behind-the-scenes looks at how your favorite products are made. Stay tuned for our next exploration where we go inside the factory of a world-famous sandwich cookie.